Hello everyone, this is Brian Levinson along with Rick Mello. We're welcoming you to Colonial Field this evening with the PW Colonials coming with a record of 4-0, take on the Methacton Warriors coming in with a record of 3-1. To recap you on last week's game, Plymouth Whitemarsh beat the Cheltenham Panthers 42-20 at home. The star on offense was Bob Engel with 4 touchdowns, a school record. And on defense, co-captain Jamie Fell with 17 tackles. For the Methacton Warriors, they beat Springfield High School last week 28-13 with Mike Dewan, Offensive Player of the Week for Methacton. PW's coaches are this evening Joe Iacovetti, the head coach, MJ Grork, John Joe, Robert Slagle, Joe Conacelli, Mike Santangelo, and Brian Wisniewski. And for Methacton, their head coach is George Marikov. And PW's trainer is Denise Harlow. We'll be ready. We're going to look at the starting offense right now for Plymouth Whitemarsh. At offensive line, number 51, Jeff Verdatti, number 67, Brian Smith, 54, Ron Winterbottom, number 70, Fred Long, and number 76, Steve Clark. In the backfield for the Colonials this evening, number 13, Anthony Tornetta, number 9, Vinny Kieser, number 33, Chris Kachara, number 43, Bob Engel, number 44, Rob Reed, and number 7, Paul Borshevitz. On defense for the Colonials this evening, at defensive end, number 44, Rob Reed, number 51, Jeff Verdatti, number 86, Joe Dolga. At defensive tackles, number 70, Fred Long, and number 76, Steve Clark. And the linebackers, number 29 this evening, Phil Garino, number 30, co-captain Jamie Fell, and number 84, Kevin Gall. And defensive backs, number 7, Paul Borshevitz, number 9, Vinny Kieser, and number 3, Lee Scott. We're about 2 minutes from kickoff. We're going to sing the national anthem now. You can see some of the PW players on there. It's Tommy Bruno, number 11, 61, Jay Crosby. And we're set and ready for action. Rick, what do you think about tonight's game?
Well, I feel that the Colonials have to contain that tandem of Mike Duane. He had a sensational game last week. I mean, he was unstoppable. And that is one of the reasons they won. Well, on the other hand, Methacton must stop the running of Bob Engel and Vinny Kieser.
Tonight's opponent is the Methacton Warriors, as we said. They are riding a 2-game win streak and feature a huge offensive line and some powerful running backs. PW must stop their running game and not allow them to control the ball. We are to secure our 5th victory. As you remember last week, Cheltenham's running back Jamie Smith had almost 200 yards rushing against the Colonials. And it looks like PW will be kicking off to start the game. Number 43, Bob Engel, will be kicking off. Back deep for Methacton is number 13, Mike Dewan, and number 17, William Smith. And PW stretching, and they're ready to go.
Engel will be kicking off here. Try and see if he'll keep it out of Dwayne's hands early on.
And Engel set to kick. It's a good kick by Engel. Taken by number 13 for Methacton. That's Mike Dewan. And PW's defense takes the field, led by co-captain number 30, Jamie Fell.
Look for PW to early try and hang up on Dwayne and his other running mate, Brian Johnson.
Yeah. Brian Johnson back from an injury from a couple weeks ago. That's a run up the middle for Methacton, gain of about 2.
Joe Dolga had an excellent tackle. He pursued right through the hole and was able to stop.
2nd down and 9 for Methacton, ball on the 30-yard line. Clock ticking away in the first quarter, about 11:20 to go. See the quarterback for Methacton, that's number 12, Brant Kirscher. And that's another run up the middle for Methacton, gain of about 1.
You can see early on how Methacton just wants to try and pound the ball, and that is their game style. They'll just try and keep running out, and then they will try and slip in a nice pass there, try and catch PW off bounce. And PW wants to disrupt this early on.
That run was by number 26, James Byer, the fullback. 3rd down and 8 for Methacton, ball on the 32. Kirscher back to pass. He hits an open receiver. Tackled by number 84, Kevin Gall. Oh, a fumble for the Colonials. Colonials picked that one up. Paul Borshevitz recovers a fumble there. Number 7, the defensive back for the Colonials.
That's really got to get Colonials going right now. That's exactly what a team dreams of on the first drive. Get a turnover by the defense and let the offense get in there and get an early score. Excellent job by the Colonials.
That was a good throw by Kirscher there, but fumble on the receiver. 1st and 10 for the Colonials on the 44. Run up the middle by Engel. He's still on to the right. He could go. That's another nice run by Bob Engel. Bob Engel picking off just where he did last week. Had 4 touchdowns last week, on his way to another terrific game tonight.
Right there, Bob Engel, he thought he had nothing. He was able to bounce off that big wall and take it outside for a huge gain. Excellent run by Engel.
1st down for the Colonials on the 24. Looks like Bob Engel might have got hurt on that play. He's coming out right away for number 30, Jamie Fell. You can see number 30 in your backfield, number 9 in your backfield, Vinny Keyser. 44, Rob Reed in motion. Handoff to Vinny Keyser, runs to the left and gets stopped for no yards. That was a nice play by the Methacton defense. Second and 8 for the Colonials on the 22, I believe. 9:48 to go in the quarter. Tournetta is ready to call the play. He's back to pass. He's scrambling around. He's going to run it, or he's going to pass it. Number 44, tight end Rob Reed. Nice play by the Colonials.
That was a play-action pass right there. Tournetta rolling back, tried to give it off to Vinny Keyser. He rolled out and spotted number 44, Rob Reed, with a great pass play.
Rob Reed's been playing for the injured number 35, Mike Rickey, in the past 2 weeks, and he's been doing a very good job. 2nd down and 8 for the Colonials. Colonials in the huddle. And there's a play on a flag on a play. It looks like Tournetta crossed the line there. It'll be 3rd and 8 now for the Colonials on the 22.
3rd down and 11 for the Colonials.
3rd down and 10 for the Colonials. On to 24. And the Colonials are ready to go. Tornetta back to pass. He throws deep into the end zone. Oh, almost intercepted by Methacton, intended for number 7, Paul Borshevitz.
Right there, I don't think Tornetta should have thrown that pass. He knew he had a defender right in front. He was trying to throw it over him. Bad decision by Tornetta, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Borshevitz tried to make a leaping grab on that one, but unfortunately didn't come down with it. You can see Coach Iacovetti on your screen. He doesn't look too happy right now. And it'll be 4th down for the Colonials. Looks like they're going to go for it. With the ball on the 24. Tornetta back to pass again. He throws deep. Caught. Incomplete. Intended for number 9, Vinny Keyser. And that'll turn the downs over to Methacton.
It looks like the Colonials were trying to run the same sort of play, except Tornetta was not rolling out. And again, it failed.
It's going to be 1st and 10 now for Methacton. Ball on the 25. 8:48 to go in the quarter. PW coaches on your screen there. Can't be happy with that last set of downs. And Kershaw is ready. Number 20 in motion for Methacton. Handoff. Number 13, Mike DeWan. He's going to hurt you. Tackled by number 7, Paul Borshevitz.
And that was a well-planned play by Methacton. It was an inside handoff, and they were able to go straight up the middle with excellent blocking against that big offensive line and get nice yardage on the play.
As we said, once again, Mike DeWan will hurt you in this game. He had a big game last week against Springfield Spartans, and he could have another big game against PW tonight. 1st and 10 for Methacton on the 50. 13, Mike DeWan in motion. Play action pass. Kershaw back to pass. Engel almost sacks him, but it's an incomplete pass.
That was excellent pursuit there by Bob Engel. They tried to play action, but it didn't fool him, and he came in, was able to disrupt the play. Good play by number 43.
2nd down for Methacton on the 50. 8:19 to go in the quarter. Kershaw's been throwing the ball well this quarter. It hasn't had too many open receivers. Number 89, coming into the game for Methacton. That's Dave Sprints. Fitting name for a wide receiver. Number 20 in motion, Frank Kikowski. Handoff again to DeWan. Gain of about 4.
That was the same play they ran previously when DeWan had that big yardage, but Colonials were able to be all over that with the stop by number 29, Phil Garino.
3rd down and 6 for Methacton, ball on the 46. Phil Garino once again wearing number 29 this evening instead of his usual 24. Outside linebacker for the Colonials. And about 7:50 to go in the quarter. Methacton with a weird offensive set. Almost picked off by PW, but no good. You notice on your screen there, Methacton's using a weird offensive alignment with one of their running backs directly to the side of the screen.
Right there, Methacton was trying a quick pass, just a one-stop drop back by the quarterback, but it failed.
4th down and 6 for Methacton on the 46. It looks like they're going to kick, and that's Mike DeWan back deep to punt. Back deep for the Colonials is number 9, Vinny Keyser, and number 7, Paul Borshevitz. This one will go to Keyser. He takes it, trying to run out to the 10. Stopped at around the 17-yard line. Tackled by number 50 for Methacton, A.J. Lukowski. 1st and 10 for the Colonials now. 7:27 to go in the quarter.
You got to expect the Colonials to run the ball in this set of downs. Last time it was unusual. They passed a little bit more. They got to run. They have a great tandem of running backs, so expect to see a little bit more of that in this drive.
Not only is Mike DeWan from Methacton an offensive starter and a defensive starter, but he's also the punter for Methacton. 33, Chris Kachara in motion. Handoff to Engel. Runs up the middle. Is another big run for Engel. He could go all the way on this one. tackled by number 13, Mike Dewan, and number 40, Mark Brandon. There's a flag on the play. Looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on Methacton. Tackled him out of bounds, and the PW players don't look too happy about that one.
Right there, Bob Engel was running off tackle, had a big hole. His offensive line has been able to get some big holes for them this year, and he just had another. It keeps like every time another big game for Engel.
That was a face mask penalty on Methacton. 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10 on the 17 for the Colonials. Engel having another great game. 2 carries already for looks like about 40 yards. First and 10 on the 28.
10 on the 23-yard line for the Colonials.
In the backfield for the Colonials, number 9, Vinny Keyser, and fullback number 43, Bob Engel. Hand off to Keyser. Runs to the right side, gain of about 2.
Tackled by Brandon.
Right there, Keyser was trying to get outside, but nothing doing. The outside linebacker was able to keep him in and make this play.
2nd down and 5 for the Colonials. 6:45 to go in the quarter. You can see on your screen there PW bench with Coach Iacovetti, and now Anthony Tornetto on your screen, number 13, the co-captain quarterback for the Colonials. 33, Chris Kachara in motion. Handoff again to Engel. He's running to the left this time. Chased by number 19. He misses him. Engel could go into the end zone, but he's stopped. A missed tackle by Methacton, number 19, Bill Zane.
Right there, that play was made by number 33, Chris Kachara, with an excellent block that was able to spring Engel loose to go outside. Excellent play by number 33, Chris Kachara.
Number 7, Paul Borshevitz coming out of the game for a couple minutes. 1st and 5 for the Colonials. 1st and goal on the 5. 6:18 to go. Handoff to Keyser. He could run into the end zone. Oh, and he fumbles into the end zone, recovered by Methacton. But it rolls out of bounds, and I believe it'll be Colonial ball. I believe it'll be play on the goal line if it rolled out of bounds there. We're going to have to see what the referees call this one. Looks like the Colonial defense is taking the field. Looks like Methacton did have possession of that fumble, and they'll start. We're going to look at a replay on that one there.
That's first down for the Warriors.
You can see Keyser running to the right side, almost into the end zone, but fumbles it at the last minute. And it looks like Methacton, one of the Methacton players, number 19, Bill Zane, recovers.
That was a tough break there by the Colonials.
And it's a touchback, 1st and 10 on the 20. There's another flag on the play. There's a run up the middle by Cheltenham.
That carry is by number 26, Byer, and the tackle is by
James
number 30.
James Byer on the run.
32 of the Colonials.
And there's a penalty. Number 86 on your screen, Joe Dolga. It's against Methacton.
Penalty is against Methacton. Decline.
That was an illegal man in motion there.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 on the 20 for Methacton. 6:04 to go in the quarter, excuse me. If you're just joining us, our score is 0-0 right now. About 5:55 to go in the quarter. Game's been pretty much even played so far. Colonials just fumbled on the goal line. Number 9, Vinny Keyser. 2nd and 10 now for Methacton. Kersher back to, run up the middle. And he's stopped by about 4 or 5 Colonial defensive players. Number 76, Steve Clark there. Looks like number 30, Jamie Fell.
It looked like they were trying to run a Statue of Liberty play, but it didn't fool the Colonials. They really want to get this ball back to give them somewhat decent field position. Already the teams have one turnover apiece.
I'll tell you what, that play fooled me. 3rd and 6 on the 24 for Methacton. 5:09 to go in the quarter. Kersher back to pass. In pursuit is number 51, Jeff Daddy. He throws incomplete. Intended for Mike Dewan.
That was excellent coverage there by number 29, Phil Greeno, who was all over that play. And it looks like Methacton will be punting.
Great play by number 51, Jeff Daddy, in pursuit for a sack. Pressures Kersher into throwing it. Incomplete. 4th down. And it looks like Dewan is back to punt. Back deep for the Colonials is number 7, Paul Borshevitz, and number 9, Vinny Kieser. It's a short kick by Dewan. That's going to bounce. Takes Methacton bounce about 5 yards. And the Colonials will have it. First and 10 on the 24 for the Colonials.
You're going to look for more of the same in the last drive as you are in this one. A lot of running right here and try and get them right back to where they were.
First and 10 on the 44 with 4:47 to go in the quarter. Number 7, Paul Borshevitz, split left of the screen. Tornetta back to pass. Intended for Paul Borshevitz, incomplete. Coverage by number 13, Mike Dewan.
Right there, Tornetta threw it a little behind Borshevitz, and he was unable to catch it. That was, I don't know if it was a misplay by Borshevitz or a bad throw by Tornetta. They'll have to get it together.
Tornetta doesn't know what happened on that play. Second and 10 for the Colonials on the 44. 4:32 to go in the left in the quarter. Once again, Borshevitz split wide to the left. Hand off to 43, Bob Engel, runs up the middle for a first down. First down for the Colonials. Great run by Bob Engel.
Right now, Methacton cannot stop Engel. They got to get a way to stop him, or he will run right all over them and lead them, the Colonials, again to another victory.
It's going to be first down for the Colonials. Ball on the 44 of Methacton. Tornetta hands off again to Engel. Another big run by Engel. First down and more. Nice run by Bob Engel again. A fumble on that play, recovered by the Methacton Warriors. Looks like Engel just fumbled on his way down.
Engel was running outside, and he was not protective of the ball when he was being tackled, and it was easily stripped by the Methacton defense. Another tough break for the Colonials.
You could see Anthony Tornetta, the quarterback, talking to Coach Iacovetti about that play. First and 10 for Methacton on the 25. 3:45 to go in the quarter. Number 20 in motion for Methacton. Oh, and a flip to 20. Frank Kikowski gets nothing. Stopped by number 3, Lee Scott.
Lee Scott was all over that play. They tried to run a little option there, but did not. Lee Scott stayed at home, and it did not fool him. That'll be second down for Methacton.
PW's public address announcer tonight is Pete Boyland. PW Pete, as he's known here at PW. And it'll be second and 8 on the 27. .302 left in the quarter. Hand off to number 13, Mike Dewan. That's a nice run for Dewan. Gain of about 7.
Right there, number 84, Joe Dolga was all over that play. That was an excellent pursuit by him and number 3, Lee Scott, to stop Mike Dewan.
2:50 to go left in the quarter. They're going to measure that one. This isn't what PW wanted to happen so far for this game. They wanted to strike quickly, and it's not happening. They've had 2 fumbles already, and it's going to be a first down for Methacton. Once again, the score is 0-0 right now. 2:50 left in the first quarter. So far, Bob Engel's been having a good game with about 60 yards running. First and 10 on the 35 for Methacton. Number 20, Frank Kikowski in motion. Handoff to 26, James Byer. Stop for no gain.
Right there, Colonial defense was able to come in superior, and they had about 4 or 5 guys all over him tackling.
Second and 9 on the 36 now for Methacton. 2:14 left in the quarter. You can see number 5 for Methacton split wide to the left. Throw by Kershaw, almost picked off by number 30, Jamie Fell, co-captain. Terrific play by Fell.
Fell is obviously picking up where he left off last game with 17 tackles, always around the ball. That is why he's a captain and why he is a great defensive player.
3rd and 9 for the Colonials on the 36. 1:57 to go in the quarter. It's a big play now from Methacton, 3rd down. Kershaw back to pass. He's in pursuit, number 86, front Joe Dolga. Incomplete pass. Almost picked off by number 9, Vinny Keyser, and there's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what that one was. It's on Methacton.
The penalty against Methacton.
Guy's helmet.
Right there, PW defense was able to break through the huge offensive line of Methacton, get some pressure, and all quarterback could do was just air it out.
4th down for Methacton. 4th and 9 on the 36 for Methacton. And Mike Dewan will be back to kick again. Back deep for the Colonials, number 7, Paul Borshevitz, and number 9, Vinny Keyser. Good kick by Dewan. And it'll be down, or rolls out of bounds at around the 39-yard line. 1st down for the Colonials.
Right now, Coach Iacofetti is probably telling his players to please hold on to the ball. They got 2 drives blown because of fumbles. They can't have that, or they will not win this ball game.
1st and 10 on the 40 for the Colonials. You can hear the Plymouth Whitemarsh cheerleaders in the background, led by Captain Amy Caution. Handoff again to Engel. Stop for a gain of about 1. Tackled by number 20 and number 33. That's Frank Kikowski, and number 33. That's Rocky Pagnotta.
Right there, Methacton was all over that play. They ran it about 4 times in a row in the past 3 drives, and they were able to stop at that time. That's what Methacton needs if they want to be able to win this ball game.
2nd and 9 for Colonials on the 41. Tornetta back to pass. Throws to number 7, Paul Borshevitz. Oh, and does he get slammed by number 33, Rocky Pagnotta. Almost took his head off on that play.
Right there, Tornetta was rolling out. He spotted his receiver, Borshevitz. He tried to shake and get around, but number 3, Rocky, was all over that play.
3rd and 8 now for the Colonials on the 41. Nice play by number 33, Rocky Pagnotta. Ball on the 42-yard line for the Colonials. 39 seconds to go in the quarter. Tornetta back to pass again. Looks like he might run this one. He throws deep for Borshevitz, wide open. And he's going to run into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. Number 7, Paul Borshevitz.
That was an excellent, excellent play by Anthony Tornetta. They started with a play-action fake. Tornetta rolls out. Paul Borshevitz is able to get open, streaking down the sideline, and all it is touchdown Colonials.
And the crowd goes wild as Borshevitz scores the first touchdown for the Colonials. Terrific, terrific pass by Tornetta, but there is a flag on the play. Hopefully it won't be against the Colonials. And we're going to find out what happened on that play.
That was an illegal pass by Anthony Tornetta. He was over the line of scrimmage.
Ineligible man downfield for the Colonials. And that will not count as a touchdown, unfortunately, for the Colonials. Coach Iacovetti can't be too happy about that.
Usually that is an offensive lineman who is illegally past the line of scrimmage before the ball is thrown or the ball is past it.
3rd and 12 for the Colonials on the 37, 27 seconds to go in the quarter. 33, Chris Kachara in motion. Hand off to Engel. Another big run by Engel. He's going down the sidelines. This could be a touchdown. And it is. Touchdown number 43, Bob Engel. Runs right into the end zone. Great play.
Right there, Bob Engel. They couldn't get it done in the air, but they get it done on the ground. Bob Engel is just having another sensational game, holding on to the football for the touchdown.
I believe he has already about 100 yards rushing, and he's just picking up right where he did last week, scoring his first touchdown for the game. First and, well, looks like they might go for the 2-point conversion. Looks like Don Falk will be kicking the extra point, number 47. And it's through the uprights and good. 7-0 now, Colonials. 16 seconds left in the quarter. Great play by Bob Engel. Once again, proven to be the hero on offense.
Well, their one touchdown was called back because of an illegible man downfield, but there Engel was able to punch it through with a nice 62-yard scamper.
We're going to look at that run by Engel again. Kathi Kachara in motion. Engel running to the right side of your screen. Pursued by number 13, Mike Dewan. He misses him, and Engel rolls right into the end zone for a touchdown for the Colonials.
Early on, Methacton could have prevented that play, a missed tackle, and that was able to spring Engel free.
1st and 10 now. Oh, excuse me. PW will be kicking off. It'll be 43, Bob Engel. Mike Dewan back deep, number 13, and number 17, William Smith. .16 seconds to go in the quarter. Engel set to kick. So a squib kick, off, onside kick, recovered by the Colonials, I believe. Looks like Coach Iacovetti has a few tricks up his sleeve tonight, as a surprise onside kick turns out positive for the Colonials. And you can see on the screen now the score now, number 7-0 in favor of the Colonials. 1st and 10 for the Colonials. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Look like Methacton picked up the onside kick. First down for Methacton on the 45. Excuse me, that's PW did recover that onside kick, and it'll be first down for Plymouth Whitemarsh on the 45.
Right there, PW ran one of their fake plays. Methacton was definitely not expecting an onside kick. Got him totally off guard.
We're going to look at we can see number 43, Bob Engel on the bench. He's having a terrific game so far. 1 touchdown already. Engel, a big help to this Colonial team. And it'll be first down to 45 for the Colonials with 16 seconds to go in the quarter.
Colonials obviously headed by Coach Iacovetti want to get another score here so they could sit a little comfortably and let their defense do the job.
Back deep to pass is Tornetta. He throws deep, intended for Borshevitz, almost caught. Coverage by number 13, Mike Dewan.
Right there, Tornetta was rolling out again, tried to find Borshevitz, and Borshevitz tried with all his athletic ability to try and make a leaping catch, but was unable to come up with it. That'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 for the Colonials on the 45-yard line.
Did he say Eric Brown? You got to give me the right name. We'll say it.
2nd and 10 on the 45 with 9 seconds to go in the quarter. And that's a run for the Colonials by Bob Engel. Didn't get anything on that one. And that'll end the quarter now with the score 7-0 in favor of the Colonials.
In the first quarter, we saw for the Colonials 2 fumbles, which definitely hurt 2 big drives for them. They had a touchdown called back, but Engel had a 62-yard scamper to give them the lead. Also, Methacton had 1 fumble to bust up one of their opening drives and was able to come up with any points in the opening quarter.
PW playing well so far this game. Not as well as they expected, I don't think, but they do have the lead. 3rd and 7 on the 41 for Plymouth Whitemarsh. 7-0 Colonials so far in this game. Touchdown by Bob Engel so far, a 62-yard scamper into the end zone.
I'm sure right now to open up the second quarter, Coach Iacovetti will want to score another quick touchdown just to give them another comfortable cushion here so they can relax, run the ball, and work the clock. Methacton also must be thinking of a way to try and stop number 43, Bob Engel.
3rd and 7 for the Colonials now on the 41-yard line. 33, Chris Kachara in motion. He's back deep to pass. Caught by number 9, Vinny Keyser. And he's still running. He might have picked up the first down.
Right there, Tornado. He likes rolling out when he passes. Got number 9, Vinny Keyser, was able to slip a tackle and pick up the first down.
Should be the first down there for the Colonials. 11:49 to go in the quarter. 1st and 10 for the Colonials. Tornetta having a very good game so far. Throwing the ball much better than usual.
Right now, Methacton has to be a little off balance because Colonials are passing the ball a little more than usual, and Methacton is definitely not expecting it.
And that's a run by number 33, Chris Kachara. Didn't get anything on that play. Methacton wasn't fooled on that one. Travis Sanders on the stop for Methacton. 2nd and 8 now for the Colonials, ball on the 34.
You also have to credit the huge offensive line of the Colonials for the excellent running by their running backs. They're doing a great job this season.
11:16 to go in the quarter. Kachara in motion. Handoff again to Engel up the middle. Tackled by number 19. Tackled by number 19, Bill Zane. Number 40, Mark Brandon, also on the stop.
Engel has still kept the game plan alive, just running straight up the middle, and the offensive line just making big holes for him, and he's getting great yardage.
1st and 10 for the Colonials on the 20 now. 10:52 left in the quarter. Handoff to Keyser. Oh, and he gets stopped by number 33, Rocky Pagnotta. Another nice play by Pagnotta. Gain of nothing for the Colonials.
Keyser's having a tough game. He's trying to get outside, but Methacton will not let him do that. They must have been read up on Vinny Keyser, who likes to run outside, and again, Pagnotta with a great tackle.
Pagnotta's been playing very well so far for Methacton. Had that one bone-crushing tackle on Paul Borshevitz, and another nice tackle there. 10:14 to go in the quarter, 2nd and 9 on the 19. Kachara in motion. Run up the middle by number 43, Bob Engel. Tackled by Pagnotta again, number 33.
Pagnotta is getting excellent tackling in this drive.
It's going to be 3rd and 7 now for the Colonials on the 17. 9:46 to go in the quarter. Kachara in motion. Tornetta back to pass. He's running around. Sacked by number 21, Rob Fitchett, and number 50, A.J. Linkowski.
Right there, they just ran the play too many times, and the defensive line got excellent pursuit and was able to stop Tornetta for a huge loss.
Todd Brandenberger also on the sack, number 85. 4th and 7 now for the Colonials on the 28. Loss of 7. 4th and 17 on the 28. Looks like they will go for it deep into Methacton territory. 8:50 to go in the quarter. Tornado back to pass. In pursuit is number 50 and he's sacked again by number 71, George Pastino, and number 21, Rob Fitchett. And that's not what the Colonials wanted to happen on that play, Rick.
Now, Tornado was trying again to scramble out, and A.J. Luzinski was able, the last person, to wrap him up. He was trying to stay alive, but that play was busted again.
Wonder what's happening to the offensive line tonight. Usually they're pretty dependable, and Methacton does have a good defense. Colonial offensive line by big number 76, Steve Clark. 1st and 10 for the Warriors on the 38. Shuffle pass to number 3 for Methacton. Oh, and he gets slammed. Tackled by number 3, Lee Scott. The run was by Brian Johnson. We talked about him before, was injured the last couple of weeks. Very dependable runner for Methacton.
Right there, Johnson was trying to get outside, and the linebackers, Scott and Fell, were able to come in pursuit and give him a nice little pop.
Lee Scott hit him pretty hard on that play. 2nd and 4 now on the 44, excuse me. 7:54 to go in the quarter. 13, Mike Dewan in motion, handoff. Looks like Jamie Byer on the carry, number 36.
Rodati was able to get underneath the offensive line and trip him up there so he would not get any more than a minimal gain.
Looks like a gain of about 1 or 2 on that play. 7:29 to go in the quarter. 3rd and 2 on the 47. It'll be a big play for the Colonial defense. Hopefully they can stop Dewan. And Dewan's coming out for Methacton. Methacton sending two of their bigger running backs, hopefully to bust it up the middle. It's a handoff to number 3, Brian Johnson. That should be the first down.
Right there, Brian Johnson, he looked like he tripped before he even got started, but he was able to stumble and get the first down for Methacton.
Nice play by Methacton. That'll be a first down for them on the 47. Or the 47. 7:03 left in the quarter. Ball on the 48-yard line. About 7 minutes to go in the half. First down for Methacton. 13, Mike Dewan in motion. Oh, and Kershaw takes a nasty fall. In pursuit was number 30, Jamie Fell.
Kershaw was trying to roll outside. Looked like they were going to try and run an option play with Dewan, but he slipped and Fell was able to keep him on the ground. Great play by Colonial defense.
Brant Kershaw, the quarterback from Methacton, only a sophomore in their start already. 5'9", 155 pounds. He's been having himself a nice season so far. 2nd and 10 now for Methacton. Their backup quarterback, Eric App, number 14, is also a sophomore. And that's Kershaw back to pass. Tackled, sacked by number 29, Phil Garino. 29, Phil Garino on a sack. Nice play by Phil.
Right there, Garino, as Kershaw was trying to roll out, Garino came in with excellent pursuit and was able to knock him down for the sack. Great play by Phil Garino.
Third down and 10 on the 49 for Methacton. 5:40 to go in the half. 7-0 Colonial so far. Play action run up the middle by number 26, James Byer, the fullback. Fourth down for Methacton.
Excuse me, right there, Methacton was trying to run it up the middle, try and throw the defense off bounds, but it did not fool them, and now they will have to punt.
Punting will be number 13, Mike Dewan, and back deep for the Colonials. Once again, number 7, Paul Borshevitz, and number 9, Vinny Kieser. 4:54 left. Ooh, and a nice, there's a flag on that play. It looks like it was on Rob Reed, number 44. Vinny Kieser on the run back.
Well, that was a pretty weird play there. already Phil Garino almost had a block. Then it was kicked off to number 7, Bushevitz, who tried to run a reverse to Keyser. It slipped one tackle, but there was a flag down on the play, as Brian has mentioned.
I think it was on Rob Reed. I think he hit him. We're going to look at a replay of that play. You can see Keyser running to the left of your screen. And misses a couple tackles. And first and 10 on the 9 for the Colonials. .445 left in the quarter. Kachara in motion. Hand off to 43, Bob Engel. Second and 10 now for the Colonials on the 9-yard line.
Right there, Engel was stuffed for a minimum game. Excellent play by Methacton defense.
4:23 left to go in the quarter. Ball on the 9-yard line for the Colonials, second and 10. Clock ticking away in the second half. And Tornetta set to go. Handoff again, looks like Bob Engel, and gets stopped for no gain.
Right now, I think PW might want to try a little bit more play-action plays. They were throwing Methacton off, but now they're just sticking either a pass for a couple plays, run for a couple plays. They want to mix it up a little bit more and try and throw the Methacton defense off balance.
I agree totally with you on that. 3rd and 7 now on the 12 for the Colonials. 3:31 to go in the half. Kachara in motion. Tornetta to pass to number 9, Vinny Keyser. And he will pick up the first down. Nice run by Vinny Keyser after the pass.
Keyser was getting drugged by his shirt, but was able to carry the defender along with him for what looks to be like a first down. And yes, it is first down for the Colonials.
First down for the Colonials. First and 10 with 3:15 to go in the half. 3:15 left in the half. Get you on your scoreboard there. Colonials winning 7-0.
Right now, I think the Colonials want to have a nice little long drive right before the half and run out the clock and hopefully get another score.
I'm sure they'd like to take a 14-point lead. And the Colonials call a timeout.
They probably want to discuss what they want to do on this drive. As you can see, Coach Iacovetti running out to the huddle. What they'll probably do is, I hope they'll do, is a little bit of run, a little bit of pass, throw the Methacton defense off, have a 3:15 drive, and be able to go in halftime up by 14.
And the Colonials are being talked to by head coach Joe Iacovetti.
Methacton on this drive has been able to stop the running game. They haven't been able to stop the pass as well as they probably want to. They stopped Engel twice on this drive for minimum gains, which they need to do in order to get back in this game.
Yeah, I look for him throwing the ball down deep, probably to Borshevitz, hopefully to try to score another touchdown for the Colonials. Methacton will be sending in most of their defensive backs. You can see the Plymouth White Marsh Colonial cheerleaders on your screen. And now Coach Iacovetti. Hand off to Engel. Stop for no gain.
Right there, Methacton was able to have 2 defenders fill the hole that Engel was trying to run through, and that's not going to work for Bob Engel to try and get through 2 people.
That was a nice tackle by number 85 from Methacton, Todd Brandenberger, the senior. 2nd and 9 now for the Colonials on the 21. 2:47 and ticking left in the half. Tornetta back to pass. He's running around. And he gets sacked by number 21, Rob Fitchett. That's Rob Fitchett's third sack of the game so far, Rick.
Yes, and you can see now that Methacton is not being fooled because they know every time Tornetta is going to pass, he usually does roll out, and they're having someone go immediately after them and get the sack, just as they did there.
Rob Fitchett playing a terrific half so far, as well as the other Methacton defensive players. Loss of 5 for the Colonials there. 3rd and 15 on the 15. 2:06 and ticking away in the half. 44, Rob Reed in motion. And looks like Tornetta is sacked once again by number 33, looks like. Yeah, 33 for Methacton. That's Rocky Pagnotta again on the stop.
I can't understand why the Colonials keep insisting on passing. I mean, the running game is excellent, one of the best in the area, and they just insist on passing.
I don't know what's happened to the offensive line tonight, but they're not playing like they used to do. It was a busted play for the Colonials in the backfield, and another tough play for Tornetta. 4th down and 20 on the 10-yard line for the Colonials.
Tornetta's got to calm himself down. He is a little upset with himself, but he's got a lot of game left and has to be the leader of this team.
Be interesting to see what the Colonials do right now. Back deep in their own territory.
There's a timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field.
Right now the Colonials are faced with 4th and 20. And there's only 1:44. They do not want Methacton to get another score before this half is over.
To update you on the scoring so far, PW leading 7-0 on it by a 62-yard touchdown run by Bob Engel.
Durante for the Warriors and Hinkle kick for the Colonials.
Bob Engel is back deep to kick. He's kicking out of his own end zone.
Hopefully it won't be blocked by Methacton.
That's exactly what they do not want.
Mike Dewan back deep for Methacton. It's going to go right to him. Nice kick by Bob Engel. And it's going to roll out of bounds at around the 50-yard line. 44-yard line on the Colonials. It's going to be a 1st down for Methacton with 1:35 to go in the half.
What Coach Yakoveti is probably telling his Colonial defense is do not let them score before the half. They do not want the momentum to shift to Methacton's side so they can come out and have an explosive second half. This is a big, big series for the Colonial defense.
Brant Kirscher should be passing on these downs. You can see number 89 on your screen. Split wide to the left. He's their wide receiver. That's Dave Sprints. 26 in the backfield, James Byer. Kirscher back deep to pass. In pursues number 76, Steve Clark, and 29, Phil Garino runs him out of bounds.
Phil Garino ran him out of bounds. He's been around the ball a lot tonight, having himself a great night. That looked like he couldn't find any receivers, so you got to credit that to the safeties and defensive backs of the Colonials.
2nd and 10 now for Methacton on the 43. 1:26 to go in the half. Number 5 split wide to the right. That's Tony Salamone, the sophomore wide receiver. And it's a run by number 13, Mike Dewan. That should pick up the 1st down for Methacton.
Right there, they ran that play. This is the 3rd time tonight they ran that play, and it's worked 2 out of 3 times. It's an inside handoff, and he's able to run off tackle and for a 1st down.
1st and 10 now on the 30 for Methacton. 1:14 to go in the half. They'd like to tie it up here. Another run. No gain for Methacton. Joe Dolga on the stop for the Colonials.
They try and run it right up the middle, but that obviously did not work. This is again a big series for the Colonial defense with only under a minute and time ticking away.
Methacton would love to tie it up right here. Going into halftime, I'm sure they'd be very happy with a 7-7 tie.
Yes, and that could switch the momentum real big and hurt the Colonials.
Well, they're deep into Colonial territory now on the 29-yard line, Rick. And Kirscher's back deep to pass again. In pursuit is number 51, Jeff Fredatti. Just gets the pass off. Almost picked off by number 9, Vinny Keyser. And did he get nailed by 44 Rob Reed and 86 Joe Dolga, as well as 51 Jeffrey Daddy.
Right there, you saw those three defenders coming from the backside where Kershaw could not see. As he was releasing the ball, he was hit, the ball was flown up, and it was anyone's ball. Excellent play and pursuit by Colonial defense.
Timeout for the Warriors. 32 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 9 on the 29 for them. Kershaw back to pass again. He's running to the right. Tackled by number 43, Bob Engel, and 44, Rob Reed, as well as number 7, Paul Borshevitz.
That is the second time they ran that play. They're trying the same thing as what the Colonials seem to be doing, rolling their quarterback out to a side.
4th and 9 for Methacton on the 29. 19 seconds to go in the half, and there was a timeout on Methacton. On PW, excuse me. Methacton, once again, excuse me. 4th and 8 on the 27. Looks like number 21 for Methacton coming in. That's Frank Kikowski, and number 33, Rocky Pagnata. Coming out is number 3, Brian Johnson. And Coach Yakovay is talking to the Plymouth Whitemarsh defense here.
You got to expect Methacton to go definitely past. They really want to get this first down or even possibly a score, but there is only, remember, 19 seconds left in the half, and they are faced with a 4th down.
They have another receiver in there. That's number 80, 85, Todd Brandenberger. Looks like they're going to kick a field goal here. It's going to be a long field goal. It's going to be kicked by number 11, Kevin Smith.
It's good.
Mike DeWan attempting it.
And it's good.
And it's good. Mike DeWan does it all for Methacton. Kicks it through the uprights. That's a very long field goal. 44-yard field goal for DeWan. That was a gutsy call by Coach George Marakov.
Right there, Methacton wanting to get on the scoreboard desperately, and does. That might help them with their confidence in the second half.
That was an unbelievable kick by DeWan. Not only does he start on offense and defense, but he's also the punter and kicker for Methacton. This guy is really an all-around player for Methacton Warriors. And looks like DeWan will be kicking off for Methacton. Back deep for the Colonials is number 7, Paul Borshevitz, and number 9, Vinny Kieser.
Looks like they might try an onside kick here.
Yeah, it looks that way to me. Number 20 will be holding it. That's Frank Kikowski. That's a nice little squib kick. Picked up by number 86, Joe Dolga.
That's all the Colonials really wanted to do on that play. They just, now I think all they'll try and do is maybe
down the ball, yeah.
And just run out the clock and get in the halftime with the 7-3 lead.
Yeah, they didn't play a bad half. I'm sure they'd like to be up a little bit more than 4 points. But you can see Coach Iacovetti there talking. There's number 3, Lee Scott, playing a nice game today. And there's 5 seconds to go in the half, but I don't believe the Colonials will be calling a play. Pretty sure they'll be downing it. And they do. And that'll be the end of the half, with the Colonials going into halftime with a 7-3 lead. To update you on the scoring so far, Bob Engel had a 62-yard run scamper into the end zone and a 44-yard field goal for Methacton by number 13, Mike DeWan. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Brian Levinson for Rick Miller signing off now.
Correct your winnings. 3, 8, 2, 9, 4, 0,
And we're back. This is Brian Levinson with Rick Meller, bringing you second half action of the Colonial football game, taking on the Methacton Warriors. Right now, PW leading 7-3, as you can see on your screen. Touchdown so far was by a 62-yard run by Bob Engel. And Methacton kicked a field goal by Mike Dewan.
All right, in the second half, what you can expect from the Colonials is that they're going to be trying to control the ball, the clock. They're going to want to get at least another touchdown, hopefully, on an opening drive. And Methacton, what they're going to try and do, I mean, they passed a lot in that first half. I think they'll try and give it off to Dwayne, try and wear down the Colonial defense, and hopefully come out of here with a victory. Captains are now going out to midfield for another coin toss.
That's number 30, Jamie Fell, and number 13, Anthony Tornetta. Once again, the score is 7-3 in favor of the Colonials. Sure, the Colonials would like to be up a little bit more than 4 points right now, but I think they'll take the lead going into halftime.
Yes, and right now, I think the Colonial strategy is they want to gain a little bit of momentum. They want to start, have a nice drive, get a touchdown, maybe even a field goal, get a little bit of momentum so they can control the second half of play.
About 1 minute away from kickoff again in the second quarter. Second half, excuse me. Looks like the referees are conferencing out in the middle of the field.
In the first half, there were a total of 3 turnovers, 2 by the Colonials and 1 by Methacton. And I think there were a lot more flags thrown in this game than in last. And one hurt them on a nice pass play from Tornetta to Borshevitz, but they were able to cap it off with a 62-yard run by Engel.
And there was one more important stat to talk about. Methacton Warriors do have 3 sacks so far in the game.
Yes.
3 of them were assisted by number 21, Rob Fitchett. Also playing well in defense for Methacton has been Rocky Pagnotta, number 33. And for the Colonials, number 30, Jamie Fell, and number 29, Fulgarino, have been playing very well in defense. And kicking, Methacton will be kicking off. Looks like number 40 will kick, Mark Brandon. Or number 13, excuse me, Mike Dewan. Back deep for the Colonials is number 7, Paul Borshevitz, and number 9, Vinny Keyser. On your screen is the cheerleader coach, Debbie Tornetta, mother of quarterback Anthony Tornetta. Keyser has it on the 5, takes it out to the 20, to the 25, and stopped at around the 25-yard line. That was nice little run for Keyser.
Yes, that was a good run for Keyser. It got them out into right around the 29-yard line where they can have this drive that is actually a big drive for them, try and get a little confidence in their offensive game.
And you can see quarterback Anthony Tornetta on your screen. 11:51 to go in the quarter. Number 86, Joe Dolga, coming into the game. Has been a hard-fought battle so far for the Colonials, leading by 4, 7-3. First and 10 on the 25. 33, Chris Kachara in motion. Tornetta to pass. I believe that's incomplete, intended for Paul Borshevitz.
What happened there is Tornetta faked the pitch and wanted to throw a real quick hitch pattern, but it was just nothing ever happened there. It was almost like a busted play.
And it'll be second down for the Colonials on the 25-yard line. 11:35 to go in the quarter. And it's getting very chilly outside today. Who's that? Number 44, Rob Reed, appears to be injured right now. He's not in there. He's talking to the trainer, Denise Smith. And looks like Joe Dolga will be coming in. Number 86. Second and 10 for Colonials, excuse me, on the 25-yard line.
There looks to be like a timeout call. We don't know who it is by, though. It's kind of odd. There must have been not enough players or the wrong play being sent in for a timeout to occur this early on in the second half.
Once again, 11:35 to go in the quarter. And here comes Coach Iacovetti off your screen. And the Colonials will once again get ready. The referees are telling them it's time to go.
Second and 10 for the Colonials.
Second and 10 down. Second and 10 for the Colonials now. 33, Chris Kachara in motion. Pitched off to 43, Bob Engel running to the right side of your screen. Gain of about 6.
That was a great run by Engel. It was a nice block there by Kuchara, who was able to spring him free. Engel slipped the tackle on the run and was able to get a nice 7-yard gain.
It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Colonials. 11:13 to go. Number 7, Paul Borchevitz, split wide to the left. Handoff again to Engel, runs up the middle, no gain. Stopped by number 20, Frank Kakowski.
I'm sure this is what Methacton Warriors have discussed in halftime, how to stop number 43, Bob Engel. So far they've done it. They haven't had him spring for any more than a 10-yard gain here. So that was a good play for Methacton defense.
You can hear the Methacton cheerleaders in the background there. I don't think the PW crowd is in too favor of them. 4th and 1 now, and they're going to kick by Engel to number 13, Mike Dewan. He fumbles. I believe he did recover, though.
No.
Colonial ball recovered by number 51. I believe that's Jeff Redatti recovers that fumble. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Colonials. Great play, a big break for the Colonials.
Right there, Dewan was looking ahead. He was not concentrating on catching the ball. He had too many Colonial defenders ahead of him, and he should have called for a fair catch.
Yeah, absolutely. He wouldn't have had been in that situation.
Now this is a big play, big scoring opportunity here for the Colonials.
1st and 10 on Methacton's 27-yard line. 33, Chris Kachara in motion. Handoff the Engel, and he picks up the 1st down.
And you can see his whole offensive team is starting to really get pumped up. They're really wanting to score and open this game up.
10 minutes to go in the quarter. And that is a 1st down for the Colonials. On the 15-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And Rob Reed's back in the game for the Colonials. Rob Reed's in motion. Hand off the keys, are running to the right side of your screen. Gain of about 2 or 3.
Keys are there trying to get outside again. Again, Methacton's denying that, and Keyser only gets a minimum gain.
It'll be 2nd down for the Colonials. 9:36 to go in the quarter. And there's a flag on the play. We're going to try to find out what happened there.
Flag on the play.
We'd like to thank our camera crew for this evening. With extreme bitter cold out there tonight. Bobby Steinberg, Rick Molinaro, and Carl Knudsen, as well as the rest of the CITV sports staff. Led by technical director John Quinn.
Right there, it appears that the penalty was against Methacton.
And it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Colonials on the 14-yard line. That's a handoff to Keyser, and minimal gain.
Right there, the Colonials ran with a full house backfield, 3 featured backs. It was given off to the middle back, Keyser, who gets what appears to be a 1st down.
I believe that is a 1st down. Guess it was a little bit more than minimal.
Right now, they want to hold on. They had another, if you can remember, in the 1st quarter scoring drive where Keyser fumbled. Here is a big play for them. They want to hold on to the board as well as score a touchdown here.
I think they'll be handing off the Engel on this play. 1st and 5 from the 5. And that was a handoff to Engel, but he did not get into the end zone. Gain of about 2. And there's a flag on the play again. See what happened on that one there. 9:14 to go in the quarter. And it'll be against the Methacton Warriors.
And as you can see, Methacton is very upset with themselves right now. They are very upset with the call that went against them. That will give Colonials about 2 yards to go for them to punch it in for the touchdown.
Ball's on about the 2-yard line right now. Or the 1. 9:14 to go in the quarter. And hopefully they can punch it in to get their second touchdown. And Colonials are ready. Second and goal for the Colonials. Hand off to Engel. That's a touchdown for Bob Engel. His second touchdown of the game, capping off from last week's 4-touchdown game in 1 quarter. Bob Engel scores his second right here. What do you think about that, Rick?
Well, I think that was you have to credit that to the offensive line. The offensive line was able to push the defense way back in the end zone, and Engel was just able to just punch it straight through. I credit that one to the offensive line.
47, Don Flock will attempt the second extra point for the Colonials. Holding will be quarterback number 13, Anthony Tornetta. And that's through the uprights and good. As the Colonials take a 10-point lead, the score now, Plymouth White Marsh Colonials 14, Methacton Warriors 3. And Engel will be coming in to kick for the Colonials. Kickoff.
Right now, I think the Methacton Warriors have to be a little upset with themselves. They squandered an opportunity there on their fumble by Dewan, and now they're faced with an 11-point deficit that they have to get back.
You can see on your screen now, Colonials leading 14-3 over the Methacton Warriors. You can see the Plymouth White Marsh Cheerleaders on your screen, led by Captain Amy Caution. Engel set the kick. Back deep for Methacton is number 13, Mike Dewan, and number 19, Bill Zane. Engel set the kick. 9:04 left in the quarter. I don't understand what the holdup is right now. Looks like Methacton's trying to get his players positioned in the right place.
Dewan and Johnson deep for the Warriors.
Mike Dewan and Brian Johnson, number 3, are deep for Methacton. And Engel is finally set to kick. See Bob Engel with plenty of stars on his helmet, deservedly so. A nice kick by Engel. Rolls to about the 10. Number 3, Brian Johnson, hands off the 13, Mike Dewan. That was a nice little trick by Cheltenham coach George Marikov. They're going to have to try a few tricks if they want to win this game.
They took that page right out of the PW playbook, which PW ran that play earlier. It was a little bit more successful for the Colonials, not so for the Methacton Warriors.
Little under 9 minutes to go in the quarter. 1st and 10 on the 31 for Brant Kirscher and the Methacton Warriors. Kirscher hands off to number 3, Brian Johnson up the middle. Gain of about 6. He ran right through the Colonial defense there, Rick.
Yes, he did, and thank God Keyser was right there to make the hit. He tried to squibble his way through that line, and Keyser had to come up from a secondary position to make the stop.
It's a nice play by Vinny Keyser. 2nd and 6 for Methacton on the 31-yard line. 8:25 to go, and you can see Anthony Tornetta on your screen. Anthony Tornetta playing very well this season. He's a senior. Handoff to Brian Johnson again to the left side of your screen. I don't believe that picks up the first down, but a gain of about 2.
Now he was short there, trying to run outside. Colonial's able to stop him with good pursuit.
With the exception of Anthony Tornetta, who's a senior, it's a very young Colonial team. Next year, the quarterback will be Tommy Bruno, who's the backup right now. And they'll still have Bob Engel, who will be a senior, and Vinny Keyser, who will only be a junior. And Paul Borshevitz will be a senior also. Handoff again to Johnson. 3 in a row. No gain.
Right there, Johnson coming off injury. He's been kind of the workhorse so far and being the only one to touch the ball in the second half thus far. And that'll be close. I think they might try and measure. Yes, they are going to try and measure.
I don't believe he got it, Rick.
It's going to be close there, Brian.
It's going to be pretty close, though. And the referees are out to measure. You can see number 12 on your screen for Methacton. That's quarterback Brand Kirscher talking to the referees. I don't believe he made it.
That's about an inch away.
A couple inches. I wonder what George Marikov, the Methacton coach, will do in this one. Marinkov, as I'm corrected, is his name.
Doesn't even look like an inch. It looks like a little link there.
Yeah, tough one for Methacton. I believe they'll go for it on 4th down.
Yes.
7:33 to go in the quarter. Here comes number 21 into the game for Methacton, Rob Fitchett, who's having a terrific game, assisting on 3 sacks against the Colonials this evening. And they're going to go for it, 4th and 1. They got all their big running backs in there. You can see James Byer, number 26. Fitchett's in there, 21. And was that a timeout, Rick?
Yes.
Looks like they might be trying to draw him off sides and then punt the ball. But who knows with
yes,
when Methacton's going to
Yes, that is a timeout. I think it'll be charged to Methacton. I think
timeout Methacton.
What this timeout probably is, they probably want to get this play situated. I think they might try and go for this. So
it's only a couple inches. Maybe they'll try a QB sneak up the middle.
Yes, that's what I'm expecting.
But with the Moose, Jamie Fell in the middle there, it's going to be very tough. And 7:24 to go in the quarter. 4th and 1 on the 41 for Methacton. Down 14-3 right now. Haven't been playing bad, but I'm sure I'd like to be a little closer in the game than they are right now. See 43 on your screen, Bob Engel. 51, Jeff Fredette. And there's Methacton head coach, George Marinkov. And they're going to go for it. QB sneak up the middle. I don't think you got it, Rick.
I don't think so either. I think that is a really close play. They'll probably have to measure it again.
The Moose, number 30 on the stop. And number 51, Jeff Fredette also.
Also in there was 76, Steve Clark.
Boy, Steve Clark's a big boy, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He takes up a lot in that middle, and it's a very good asset to the Colonial defense.
Steve Clark, 6'3", 285 pounds. That's a whole lot of player.
And, yep, that'll be a first down for Methacton.
They do get the first down, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for Methacton Warriors. 7:19 to go in the quarter.
You can see a referee there signaling a first down.
Boy, the referees are wearing a short sleeve shirt. They must be pretty cold out there. Handoff and stopped by number 84, Kevin Gall. The first time we heard of him tonight. Big tackle by Gall.
Kevin Gall, only a sophomore, able to get pursuit in there. He was able to stop it before the play even got right as Kirscher handed off to Johnson. Stopped it right there, cold.
That's right. Second and 11 for Methacton on the 40-yard line. Kirscher back to pass. He throws to number 85. Todd Brandenberger, the tight end. And he's tackled by number 7, Paul Borshevitz. That will pick up the first down for Methacton.
That was a good play there by Methacton, rolling their quarterback out to get their tight end. He in the beginning was blocking, went out in the flat, and has a nice little reception for a first down.
1st and 10 now for Methacton on the 46-yard line. 6:28 left in the quarter. Number 26, number 3 in your backfield, James Byer. Handoff. No, looks like Kirscher's running. Oh, and he gets stopped by the Moose. Jamie Fell with a big sack for the Colonials.
Jamie Fell is their leader on defense. He does it always around the ball, it seems, wherever it is on the field. And there he comes up with a big tackle on Kershaw, the quarterback.
Jamie Fell is all over the field. A middle linebacker for the Colonials and also a co-captain. That'll be 2nd and 10 for Methacton on the 46-yard line. 5:47 to go in the quarter. Kershaw back to pass. He throws deep. Incomplete, intended for number 89. Dave sprints.
Seems like Kershaw and Tornado are almost identical quarterbacks. I mean, they both like to roll out and pass on the run. And so far, it's been working well for Tornado, not so for Kershaw.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, for a sophomore quarterback, Brant Kershaw is not a bad little player.
No, he's not. He has a big load to carry just for only being a sophomore. He has to be a leader of this offense.
That's right. Handoff to number 3. Carried by number 13, Mike DeWan. It's the first time we heard his name this half. Hasn't been much of a factor for Methacton so far. He did have a big game last week against Springfield, being named Offensive Player of the Week. And Mike DeWan will be kicking for Methacton. Back deep for the Colonials is number 9, Vinny Kieser, and number 7, Paul Borshevitz. Interesting, Paul Borshevitz is wearing number 7. That was his brother's number a couple of years ago, Jason, who was the quarterback for the Colonials. And there's a kick to number 9, Vinny Kieser. He's running to the 20. Oh, and does he get thrown down? That was a big tackle by one of the Methacton players. Looked like 26, James Byer.
Essen right there. Kieser was trying to go down the sidelines, and he just got thrown. I mean, literally thrown to the ground.
Byer. Here comes
Byer.
Tornetta back into the game. 1st and 10 on the 26 for the Colonials.
In this drive, you expect to see a lot of run for them to try and wear down this clock.
As you can see on your screen there, Colonials leading 14-3, 4:47 to go in the quarter. Hand off to Kieser. Nice little gallop run. Gain of about 3. Jumped over a couple of defensive players there, Rick. A little acrobatic move.
Yeah, Kieser is a multi-talented player there. He has a lot of weapons in his repertoire.
Can you imagine him when he's a senior? He's going to have a tremendous season.
Yes, he is.
That'll be 2nd and 6 on the 30-yard line for the Colonials. Hand off to 43, Bob Engel up the middle. He breaks another tackle, running to the left side of your screen, and pursues number 40, and he tackles him down. Tackled by number 40 for Methacton, Mark Brandon. And if it wasn't for Mark Brandon, that would have been Bob Engel's 3rd touchdown of the game.
Right there, Engel, when he got the handoff, he stopped, stuttered. He saw the hole, went right through it, was able to cut back. That was an excellent run by an excellent running back, Bob Engel.
Well, you got to imagine Bob Engel being named to the All-American team, I believe, this year.
Yes, he has a good chance at it. He's having himself a great year.
Excellent.
On both sides of the ball.
1st and 10 on the 49. Tornetta back to pass. He throws deep, intended for Borshevitz. That's caught. He's going to run into the end zone. That will be a touchdown for the Colonials. Great play by Paul Borshevitz, and there's a couple of Methacton players down on an injury.
Right there, Tornetta, he wasn't getting rewarded for his passes and his great plays so far. There he hits Borshevitz for a nice touchdown run. Excellent play by the Colonials.
Just what the playbook ordered. For touchdown, Colonials. Paul Borshevitz, his 1st touchdown of the game. You can see him on your screen. Great run after the catch. Great throw by Tornetta. Score now 20-3 in favor of the Colonials, and Flacco will attempt the 3rd extra point of the game. Holding will be Tornetta, and Flacco puts it through the uprights. Oh, it's no good. Just misses wide to the left. That's only Flacco's 2nd miss of the extra point this season. And makes the score 20-3 now in favor of the Colonials. Another big touchdown by Paul Borshevitz. We're going to look at a replay again on that play. You can see Tornetta back to pass. He hits Borshevitz, number 40 in pursuit, and Borshevitz gallops into the end zone. In pursuit was number 19, Bill Zane, but he can't run up to the fast Paul Borshevitz.
Right there, you got to credit that pass all the way to Anthony Tornetta. He threaded the needle on that. He had two defenders. The two defenders were sandwiched on that play, and that was the cause of them being injured. And Borshevitz did the rest, scampering for the touchdown.
Picture-perfect pass by Tornetta. And it looks like Bob Engel will be kicking off for the Colonials. Back deep for Methacton is number 13, Mike Dewan, and number 17, William Smith. Or number 3, excuse me, Brian Johnson. 3:36 left in the third quarter. Engel set to kick. Squib kick by Engel. It's going to be recovered by number 40 for Methacton, Mark Brandon, the defensive back. And there's a flag on the play. We're going to see what happened on that one there, Rick.
Well, I don't know, but I think the theory on that play was maybe try and catch them off guard. Hopefully they would fumble that and Colonials get the ball back, but not so.
I believe that was the penalties against the... I believe it is against the Colonials. We're going to see from the referees right now. It is against the Colonials.
Yes, it looks like holding. Or personal foul, excuse me.
Personal foul on the Colonials. 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for Methacton. 3:31 to go in the quarter.
Right now I think Methacton, this is almost a must score for them to get back in this game because they're down right now by 17.
Kershaw back to pass. He throws deep, intended for number 80, incomplete. Intended for Jack Ruggiero, the tight end.
Right there, I think you got to credit a lot of this game, too, to the secondary. Kershaw has been passing a lot, but the secondary has been having great coverage headed by Borshevitz, Keyser, Lee Scott.
Number 80.
Excellent game for their secondary.
2nd and 10 now for Methacton on the 48. 3:14 to go in the quarter. Methacton's down by 11 points. In the backfield for Methacton is number 26, James Byer, number 3, Brian Johnson. Hand off to Johnson. Run through the defense. Tackled by the Colonials, number 51, Jeff Verdatti on the stop. That'll be 3rd down now for Methacton. Gain of 2 for Methacton.
I think that if the Colonials can stop them and get the ball back and get another score, they will just have broken this game wide open.
3rd and 7 now on the 48-yard line. 2:46 and taking to go in the quarter. Mike Dewan coming out for Cheltenham. And number 89 comes in the game for Methacton. That's Dave Sprints. Kershaw back to pass. In pursues 43, Bob Engel. And incomplete. Another great play by Bob Engel.
Bob Engel was able to slip a tackle of an offensive lineman. No one picked him up. He was able to get pursued on Kershaw, and Kershaw just threw it away.
4th down and 7 now for Methacton on the 48-yard line. 2:29 to go in the quarter. Looks like Mike Dewan's coming in to kick. Back deep for Colonials is number 9, Vinny Keyser, and number 7, Paul Borshevitz. Dewan set the kick. It's going towards Keyser. And PW's going to let it roll. Takes a Methacton bounce. And it's down by number 20 for Methacton, Frank Kakowski, the sophomore.
That was a heads-up play there by Keyser. He looked for a second like he was going to pick it up, and that could have been disaster right there. Heads-up play for the young player, Vinny Keyser.
Vinny Keyser having himself a terrific season this year.
Yes, he is.
Only a sophomore. 1st and 10 for the Colonials on the 7-yard line. Tornetta coming in, and Paul Borshevitz is coming out. Take a breather. Number 7. He's been having a terrific game. Scored that big touchdown a couple minutes ago.
A lot of their great offensive stars also have to play 2 ways and on defense, and they're just as good. That's why they're trying to get a breather whenever they can.
Hand off to Engel. Runs to the left side of your screen. No gain.
Looks like right there Engel ran into one of his own players and was not able to bounce off that and was there tackled by Methacton.
2nd down and 10 for the Colonials on the 7-yard line. 1:50 to go in the quarter. You can see number 13, Anthony Tornetta, on your screen, and there are the PW cheerleaders. It's Megan Kearns. junior cheerleader for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Chris Kachara in motion. Handoff again to Engel, and he gets bomb rushed by about 5 or 6 of the Methacton defensive players.
Right now, you really can't argue with the Colonial game plan here. They just want to keep trying to pound the ball away and run the clock out and hopefully get out of here with a victory.
Tackled by 85, Todd Brandenberger, the senior. Todd Brandenberger, 6'5". A tall guy out there. That'll be 3rd and 7 for the Colonials on the 10-yard line. 53 seconds, under a minute to go in the quarter. Tornetta back to pass. He's throwing towards Borshevitz. Oh, incomplete. That looks like a late hit, but they won't call it.
Right there, Tornetta just tried to air it out to his receiver, Borshevitz. It just went straight through Borshevitz's hand. Nothing he could do about that. Looks like they will be kicking here.
That was a little high pass by Tornetta. Borshevitz almost brought it down, though. Engel to kick for the Colonials. Mike Dewan, number 13, back deep for Methacton. .43 seconds to go in the quarter. And the referee, there's a couple flags on the play there.
Looks like that might be false start. Yes, and that's what it is.
41 seconds to go in the quarter. 4th down and 12.
Right here, this is really benefiting here Methacton because now they're going to be, there's Coach Iacovetti on the screen, they're going to be able to get the ball with pretty good field position. Coach Iacovetti obviously upset with the call.
I don't blame him. 4th and 12 now for the Colonials. Engel back deep to punt. Just gets that one off. Looks like it was tipped. And taken by 13, Mike DeWine. Nice tackle by number 7, Paul Borshevitz.
Yes, that was a good tackle by Paul. He was able to get a good open field tackle. That's his job. He is a secondary man. That was excellent play by number 7, Paul Borshevitz.
Looks like the punt was tipped at the line of scrimmage there.
Yes. It was a low punt by Engel.
He's lucky he got that one off. He was pinned deep into the end zone. And there's about 28 seconds to go in the quarter. 1st and 10 for Methacton on the 36-yard line of the Colonials. They have good field position right now to score a touchdown. 13, Mike Dewan in motion. Handoff to 21, Frank Kakowski. And that's a 1st down for Kakowski. Excuse me, that's Rob Fitchett, number 21. Rob Fitchett picks up the 1st down. Remember, Rob Fitchett's the guy who assisted on 3 sacks so far tonight on defense.
That was a good run by Fitchett there. He ran off tackle, was able to keep the Colonials pushing them back. He carried about 3 of them on his way to a 9-yard gain.
It'll be 2nd down now. Or first. Was that a 1st down?
No, I believe that's 2nd down, and that'll end the half.
That'll end the quarter now for the Colonials, leading 20-3. 1 more quarter to go. And so far, Paul Borshevitz has caught a touchdown. Bob Engel has scored a touchdown, has scored 2 touchdowns, and Mike DeWan has kicked a field goal for Methacton as PW leading 20-3.
Right now in the final quarter, what you're going to see is you're going to see Methacton trying a quick offensive. They're going to try and score here on this drive, hopefully get the ball back. What PW wants is they are going to try and ball control, run the ball, and hopefully run the clock out and get out of here with the victory.
2nd down and 1. They didn't get the 1st down on the 26-yard line. You can see some of the Methacton players on your screen. Here are the PW cheerleaders in the background. And you can also hear the PW marching Colonials in the background also. A little audio enjoyment. Not for sale. It'll be 2nd and 1, and Kirscher back to pass deep to number 85. Almost picked off by number 9, Vinny Kieser.
That was an excellent design play for Methacton. Shame it didn't go through. They went with a full house backfield. Thought they would run, play fake, went out. Keyser with a great play in the secondary to prevent the touchdown.
11:54 to go in the quarter.
That'll be a penalty against Colonials, and this is just absolutely hurting them on this drive.
That's not what they wanted there, obviously. 33 coming out for Methacton. Rocky Pagnotta, who's having a terrific game tonight. 1st and 10 on the 26 for the Methacton Warriors. And number 8, 85, Todd Brandenberger, who almost caught that pass, is coming out also. And coming in for Methacton is number 89, Dave Sprints, the senior wide receiver. Here comes Mike Dewan, also number 13 for Methacton. 1st and 10 for Methacton.
See if the Colonials defense can hold here.
Good close-up of the ball there. Handoff to Brian Johnson.
Johnson on the carry.
Gain of about 2. Nice play by the Colonial defense. Looked like 51 Jeff Verdaddy on the stoppage.
Tackled by Ray Marziani and Jeff Verdaddy.
Ray Marziani also on the tackle.
Yes, Ray Marziani was able to get, as Johnson was trying to run outside, Marziani was able to get in there with a nice tackle.
Marziani coming into the game now is one of the backup defensive backs. There's Coach Iacovetti on your screen, as well as some of the other coaches for the Colonials. 2nd and 8 for Methacton on the 13-yard line. 11:15 to go in the quarter. In the game, excuse me. Kirscher back to pass. He's in pursuit of 84, Kevin Gall. Throw to Mike Dewan, and that's a touchdown for Mike Dewan and the Methacton Warriors. That's not what the Colonials wanted to happen right there, Rick.
No, that's not what they happened. What happened was Kirscher rolled out, and Dewan was wide open. Someone missed coverage on him, and he just walked into the end zone. Touchdown, Methacton Warriors.
That'll make it 20-9 right now in favor of the Colonials, with Methacton attempting the extra point. It'll be number 13, Mike Dewan, held by number 12, Brant Kirscher. 11:06 left in the game. And Dewan set the kick. High snap. And he gets it through, I believe. No good. To the left. 20-9 in favor of the Colonials. 11:06 to go in the game. We're going to look at that last touchdown again. You can see Kirscher back the pass. In pursuit was 84 Kevin Gall. He throws it, and Mike Dewan just walks right into the end zone.
It looks like there one of the PW defenders slipped on coverage, and Kirscher was able to pass it to Dewan on his right side, and he was able to just walk right into the touchdown. Tough play for Colonial defense.
And a nice play by Mike Dewan
Yes.
for Methacton. It's his first touchdown of the game. First touchdown for Methacton. Looks like Bob Engel, Mike Dewan is kicking for Methacton. Back deep for the Colonials are number 7, Paul Borshevitz, and number 9, Vinny Keyser. PW leading 20-9 with 11:06 left in the game. Dewan set the kick. It's a nice kick. Taken by number 9, Vinny Keyser. He drops it, picks it back up. Running towards the field to the left of your screen, and he gets about 15 on the carry. It's a nice little run by Vinny Keyser.
Yes, that was. He was able to concentrate on picking up the ball first and then gain some positive yards.
See Coach Iacovetti giving a call to Anthony Tornetta. 1st and 10 on the 32 for the Colonials.
You got to expect the Colonials here to just try and run the ball, run the clock out, and most importantly, hold on to the ball, considering they do have 2 fumbles in this game.
10:45 to go in the game. And that's a handoff to Bob Engel. Lost a couple yards, I believe.
Yes, he got stuffed there by Methacton. Methacton really looks like a revived team right now. The momentum is starting to swing. Hopefully, this will not hurt the Colonials here. They need a big play right here.
2nd and 10 on the 32. 10:20 to go in the game. Methacton defense is doing a little shifting there. In the backfield is 43 Bob Engel, number 9 Vinny Keyser. Kachara, number 33 in motion. Pitched off the Engel, running to the right side of your screen. Runs out of bounds, not a gain. Ran out of bounds by number 19, Bill Zane, and number 26, James Byer.
Engel has not been able to get any positive yards yet since the second half has begun. They really got to keep a drive. They really want to keep this ball out of the Methacton Warriors' hands because they are starting to get a little hot on offense.
10 minutes to go in the game, 3rd and 9 on the 33 for the Colonials. Number 7, Paul Borshevitz in motion. Runs to the right side of your screen. Tornetta back to pass. He throws towards number 44, Rob Reed, and that's caught. He could get the first down here, and he does.
Let me tell you, Coach Iacovetti called a beautiful play. It was a screen pass to number 44, to tight end Rob Reed, and he was able to pick up the 10 yards necessary for the first down.
You noticed who was covering Paul Borshevitz on that play. That was the quarterback from Methacton, Brant Kirscher. Kind of interesting, playing defensive back as he's also the quarterback on the offense. And he comes out for a minute. Looks like a first down for the Colonials on the 44-yard line. 9:50 to go in the game. You can see on your screen there, Colonials leading 20-9. 9:50 to go in the game. And it's an official timeout. I'll stop the clock. And they're ready to resume play. You can see the PW crowd out there, very packed as usual, as many of the Plymouth Whitmore students come in, and there's a close-up of us there in the booth. Run by Keyser, that's a nice run for him. First down and more. He's still running. Finally brought down by 13, Mike Dewan, and 26, James Byer.
Keyser known to be dangerous once he gets outside, and that's exactly what he did, and he picked up a great yardage on that play. First down, Colonials.
And first down for the Colonials on the, trying to get a yardage reading there. 9:23 to go in the game on the 35-yard line for the Colonials. You can see Steve Clark, number 76 on your screen to the right side. Paul Borshevitz will ride to the right. In the backfield, number 9, Vinny Keyser, number 43, Bob Engel. Hand off to Engel. Runs up the middle. Nice run by Engel. Tough yardage. Brought down by number 71, George Pastino to tackle. Defensive tackle.
Right there, they're just sticking with their game plan in the second half. Just run and roll, run the ball, and just let the clock run out.
8:45 to go in the game. 2nd and 1 for the Colonials. I believe they're going to be trying to run the clock out here with an 11-point lead.
Yes, I have to agree with you there.
And the Plymouth Whitmore Colonials are ready. Hand off to Keyser, and he gets tackled immediately. Loss of about 1. Tackled by number 33, Rocky Pagnata.
Right there.
The junior linebacker.
Right there, the Colonials. All they needed was 1 yard. They should have went. I believe they should have went straight forward, run right up the middle. Instead, they try and get outside with Keyser, and he's unable to do so.
Once again, if you're joining us, this is Brian Evanston with Rick Meller, bringing you Plymouth Whitemore's football action. 20-9, PW leading with about 8 minutes to go in the game. And there's 33, Chris Kachara in motion. Hand off to Engel. He's running to the left side of your screen. Tackled by number 20, Frank Kekowski.
And what makes Engel such a good runner is his blocking, and number 33, Chris Kachara, had an excellent block to spring him free for the first down.
Kachara, starting running back for Plymouth Whitmore. She doesn't have too many carries, but he's usually the blocking back.
Yes, and he does a fine job at that.
Interesting, he's a blocking back. He's not a real big guy. He's 5'8", 150 pounds, but what I hear, he's a very good blocker. First and 10 on the 20 for the Colonials. Tornetta back to pass. And he hits number 44, the tight end, Rob Reed. Tackled by number 40 for Methacton, Mark Brandon.
Colonials try a little play action there. Throw it to Reed, who is always reliable on the receiving end and is able to get a nice gain there.
I don't know how they're going to take this guy out of the starting lineup once Mike Rickey comes back. He's been playing terrific in the past couple of weeks.
Yes, he has. And Tornetta is having himself a fine game.
Mike Rickey will be back in a couple weeks, I believe, as the starting tight end, number 35. He's injured right now. 2nd and 1 on the 11. Hand off to Keyser, and he gets tackled immediately by number 19, Bill Zane. I don't believe he picked up the first down there.
Keyser was trying to run to his left looking for a hole. Nothing was doing. Methacton Warriors able to clog them all up, and there results into Methacton tackle.
There's Anthony Tornetta on your screen. Anthony having a terrific season so far.
Yes, he has. He is having a great game tonight.
3rd down and 1 on the 11 for the Colonials. 6:25 to go in the game. Hand off to Engel, up the middle to the right, and he'll run in for a touchdown. Bob Engel, his 3rd touchdown of the game. In the past 2 weeks, this guy's had 7 touchdowns.
Right there, that was a great play. They ran it to the other side. They ran it to the other side to the right. He was looking for a hole. Instead, he went outside and just ran it right in for the touchdown.
Beautiful run by Bob Engel. He's having another marvelous night. 3rd touchdown of the game, and he had 4 last week. That gives him 7 in the past 2 weeks. They ought to be calling this guy Touchdown Bobby. 6:13 to go in the game. Flacco attempting the extra point. And that one will be good. That'll make the score 27 to 9. 27 to 9 in favor of the Colonials. 6:13 to go in the game.
Believe it or not, that was a big drive for the Colonials because it looked like Methacton was starting to get a little momentum. But there with Engel's nice run there, that just took everything out of the Methacton Warriors.
We're going to look at that replay of that nice run by Engel. You can see Engel running to the right side of the screen, cutting towards the middle, then back to the right. And he runs into the end zone for a touchdown. 27 to 9 in favor of the Colonials with about 6 minutes to go in the game.
And you also got to remember, Bob Engel is only a junior.
Vinny Keyser is only a sophomore. They will have this running back tandem next year. And they'll also have Paul Borshevitz back. Colonials, this will only help their ranking. They'll be 5-0 after this game. One of the top teams in the Southeastern Conference. The Southeastern. Engel set the kick. They'll be 5-0. PW ranked 4th in the Southeastern Conference right now. Mike Dewan on the carry for Methacton. 6:06 left in the game. Tackled by Mike Bromowski, the 3rd-string quarterback, number 1.
I think on this drive you're going to see Kershaw pass a little bit more than he usually does, trying to get the...
We can see that Plymouth Whitemarsh cheerers doing some push-ups. Interesting seeing them do the push-ups there. At the beginning of the season, they did make a bet with the Plymouth Whitemarsh football captains, saying they will do push-ups every time the Plymouth Whitemarsh football team scores, as many points they do score. Strong bunch of ladies. 5:45 to go in the game.
Johnson with a nice little 4-yard run there.
Nice run by Brian Johnson, the tailback for Methacton. Coming into the game is number 5 for Methacton, Tony Salamone, the wide receiver. 27 to 9 in favor of the Colonials so far. 5 minutes to go. Handoff up the middle is number 26, James Byron. There's a flag on the play. Did you see what happened there, Rick?
It might be a late hit. I'm not sure.
Jamie fell out to talk to the refs.
Oh, no, it was a personal foul face mask against the Colonials.
I think that was against Jamie Fell. Jamie Fell on the face mask. penalty.
Personal foul, face mask.
Seems like the only thing really hurting the Colonials is themselves on penalties here. That's the only reason they've been moving. Methacton's been able to move down the field. You saw that last touchdown by Methacton. It was set up by 2 penalties against the Colonials.
That's true, Rick. They have been a lot of penalties so far. The referees have been using their yellow flags in this game. 5 minutes to go in the game. Colonials leading 27-9. Ball on the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Methacton. Kershaw back to pass. Running to the left. Chased by 86 Joe Dolga. Incomplete, intended for number 89 Dave Sprints.
Looks like his receiver fell there, and he's lucky because there was a slew of red jerseys around that could have been picked off easily and been another 6 for the Colonials.
Keezer's had a number of chances to have a couple interceptions.
Yeah, so he's having himself a fine day in the secondary as long as running.
He's had a tough game running so far, but in the defense he's playing very well. And 2nd and 10 on the 47 for Methacton. 4:51 to go in the game. Hand off to Byer. Tackled by number 31 for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Chuck Borkowski.
Chuck Borkowski.
3rd and 10 on the 47. Greg Borkowski on the tackle. It's his brother. 4:24 left in the game. 3rd and 7 for Methacton. .414 to go in the game. Kershaw back to pass again. In pursuit is 51. Jeff Verdaddy with a big sack. And he put him down hard, Rick.
That looked like a blitz. That looked like a blitz there, Brian, and Verdaddy was able to stuff Kershaw right in his footsteps.
Great play by number 51, the senior, Jeff Verdaddy. 4:02 left in the game. Colonials leading 27-9. 4th and 7 on the 43-yard line for Methacton. Interesting, they're going to punt right here. Down by 16 points. Dewan to kick. Borshevitz back deep, as is number 9, Vinny Keezer. And it's going to be rolling into the end zone, a touchback for the Colonials. 1st and 10 on the 20 for the Colonials.
Right now, I think with only 3:54 remaining in the game, all the Colonials have to do is just run the ball and run the clock out, and they'll get out of here with a nice victory. And well-deserved one at that.
3:54 to go in the game, and Tommy Bruno will be coming in for the Colonials. The backup quarterback, number 11, the junior. Good game for Anthony Tornetta, throwing 1 touchdown and leading the Plymouth Whitemarsh team to a almost definite win.
Yes, Tornetta had an excellent game, one of the best games of the season so far.
And Bruno's excited to get in there right now. Bruno will be the starting quarterback next year for the Colonials. He immediately hands off to number 4, Corey Washington, into the game. Looks like the Colonials have a lot of their backups in right now. Number 4, Corey Washington. Number 6, Key Moore. And number 11, Tommy Bruno. 83, Ramus D. Simone is also in there. Number 62, Todd Barnes. Number 55, Danny Smith. And number 65, Jay Sugalski are the new players at offense for the Colonials.
Looks like the referees are calling an official timeout here to sort some stuff out.
Tommy Bruno does have a very strong arm, Rick.
Yes, he does.
He will have a good season next year. 2nd down and 2 on the 28. And he hands off to Key Moore. Key Moore, a junior. He'll be around for the next couple of years. Oh, a sophomore, excuse me. And he's the backup tailback for the Colonials. 3:13 left in the game. There's Tommy Bruno on your screen. 1st and 10 on the 31. Methacton has some of its backup defensive players in there too. Number 8. Handoff again to number 6, Key Moore. Breaks a couple tackles, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a good play there by Key Moore. He was able to shake that tackle to avoid a major loss there and able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That'll be 2nd and 10 for Methacton on the 31-yard line. 2:32 left in the game. Here comes number 86, Joe Dolga, into the game. 2:25 and ticking. 84, Kevin Gall comes out for the Colonials. There's number 4, Corey Washington. Number 6, Key Moore in the background. As also 48, Joe Bussell in the game.
Flags
and there's
all
a
over
flag
there.
on the play.
Looks like the Colonials may have jumped there.
Colonials do have a whole set of offensive players in there. We forgot number 57, Brent Voros, is also in the game.
Yes.
2:09 left in the game. 27-9 in favor of the hometown Plymouth White Marsh Colonials. 2nd down and 14 on the 27. That flag was against the Colonials. And there's us on the monitor there. Nice close-up of Rick and I. Hand off to Corey Washington. He is a fast little guy. Runs all over the field. He could get a touchdown here. He's going to break a few tackles. Great block by Key Moore. Great little run by Corey Washington. Running to the left of your screen. There's about 3.
Oh, excellent.
Was that a beautiful run by Corey Washington all over the field? Set up by the big block by number 6, Key Moore.
Oh, my God. Great run by Corey Washington. Only a sophomore. You remember his running back brother last year, Mark Washington. He has great potential and great speed.
Great play by Corey Washington, the backup tailback. We won't be able to look at that one on replay. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line.
57-yard carry for Corey.
1:13 to go in the game. And there's a stoppage of play. 1:08 to go. 1st and 10.
Illegal procedure against the Colonials.
We seem to be having some problems with our monitor, so we can't see that last touchdown run. Great run, though, by Corey Washington.
Absolutely. We do apologize for the technical difficulty. Bruno hands off to Corey Washington.
Corey Washington on the carry. Tackled by Byer.
28 seconds left in the game. 2nd down and 15 on the 15 for the Colonials. Clock ticking away. 48 Joe Bussell in motion. Pitch off to number 6 Key Moore. Could he run into the end zone, but he stopped. Oh, it is a touchdown for Key Moore.
Great run by
and the
Key Moore.
Colonials.
That was a great reward for Corey Washington and the second string of Plymouth White Marsh. Excellent run by number 6 Key Moore.
6 seconds left in the game. Looks like Don Falk will be kicking the extra point.
Now you can officially credit this win to the whole entire Colonial football team.
Flacco set the kick for the Colonials. 33-9 right now. And that kick is blocked.
Flacco's kick is blocked by the Warriors.
You're going to do the one? Oh, okay.
So in the game, the Colonials 33, the Warriors.
Colonials leading 33-9 right now. 6 seconds left in the game, and pretty much all to be left is the kickoff. And the Colonials will be on their way to a fifth straight win. They'll be 5-0 right now. And that only helped their ranking in the conference as they're number 4 right now, currently,
Yes, and
in the area.
yes, and they'll have a big game coming up against undefeated Wissahickon team, which they will be looking forward to.
They'll be playing Penridge next week
Yes,
with Wissahickon in 2 weeks.
yes, and that is a big game. They can't overlook Penridge though, and be looking for Wissahickon. This team has been playing impressive in their first 5 games, absolutely dominating on both sides of the ball.
And looks like number 6, Key Moore, will be kicking off.
Key Moore to kick for the Colonials, Keith for the Warriors. Johnson and Dewan.
Right now, the Colonials leading 33-9. A great game for the Colonials. As just left right now will be the kickoff. Playing a great game has been Bob Engel with 3 touchdowns. Paul Borshevitz scored a touchdown, as did Key Moore. And their defense not playing bad, holding the Methacton Warriors to 9 points.
But I think the real game ball, deservedly so, will go to Anthony Tornado, who had a sensational game. And to cap it off with a nice run by Corey Washington for the second string team.
To wrap up, that's been a great game for the Colonials, 5-0. They're 5-0 right now with the win 33-9 over the Methacton Warriors. We'd like to thank you for joining us. For Rick Meller and the rest of the CITV sports staff, this is Brian Levinson. Thanks for joining us.